The Dreamboat of Wynken, Blynken and Nod. Wynken, Blynken and Nod set sail one quiet night in a little white boat made of moonlight. The sea was calm, the sky was wide, and the stars leaned down to shine as their guide. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow. Over the waters where the dream tides flow. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. Wynken looked up and blinked at the sky. He whispered, "The stars and lanterns hung high." Blynken smiled, her lashes low, counting the lights in a hush that grows. Nod was already nodding away, swaying with sleep at the end of the day. Drifting, drifting, the hush grew deep. The stars leaned in and whispered, "Sleep." Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. One star shimmered silver, one shimmered blue, one shimmered softly with a golden dew. The stars sang gently, almost without a sound, a lullaby floating all around. Close little eyes, dreams are near, night is tender, rest is here. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the gentle and sleepy can go. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. The sea was a mirror, shining and still, whispering softly, "Rest if you will." The waves were pillows, the tide was a sigh. rocking the boat as night drifted by. A silverfish swam beside the boat, quiet as a shadow, keeping itself afloat. Golden fish followed, then another, then more. Until the sea glittered like lanterns ashore. But Blynken and Wynken did not see them pass. Their eyes were closed, like a sail at half-mast. And Nod only dreamed them, glowing and bright, a sea full of lanterns to soften the night. Drifting, drifting, the hush grew deep. The stars leaned down and whispered, "Sleep." Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. The moon bent lower, round and kind, spilling her light to cradle their mind. Her glow was a blanket woven of pearl, tucking in children all over the world. She sang without words, just a hum in the air, wrapping the night with silken care. The fish blew bubbles which wrapped round the boat as melodies rang from their throat. Sleep, little dreamers, the night is long. Sleep, little dreamers, the world is a song. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers can go. The sky was endless, the stars were near, each one a promise, rest is here. Some stars flickered, some stars stayed. All were gentle, none afraid. One star leaned low and kissed them good night, a silver kiss of shimmering light. Another star whispered, as soft as a sigh, "Little ones, rest, the night will fly." Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow. Drifting, drifting, to dreams they go. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. Wynken was sleeping, his breathing deep. Blynken was dreaming, already asleep. And Nod was curled like a shell in the sea, dreaming of waves and eternity. The boat grew softer, the sail grew light, the sea grew quiet, and the stars grew bright. The oars became feathers, the waves became sighs, and the hush of the night closed over their eyes. Drifting, drifting, the hush grew deep. The stars leaned down and whispered, sleep. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. And so the boat drifted, far and wide, carried by tides that dreamers ride. No hurry, no worry, just rocking, just rest. The night cradled gently on sleep's quiet breast. Drifting, drifting, soft and slow, to the land where only dreamers go. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocked slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. At last, the boat was no longer a boat. It was a cradle, a cloud, a coat, wrapping them warmly, wrapping them tight, swaddled in silver, swaddled in night. And the sea was a lullaby, endlessly wide, carrying babies on dream tides inside. Drifting, drifting, the night grows deep. Close little eyes now. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Drifting, drifting, the boat rocks slow, where only the dreamers and sleepers go. The night was quiet, the stars twinkled softly. The moon shone like a diamond in the sky. It was time to sleep. But first, let's count the sheep. The first sheep hopped over the little fence. His wool was so soft, I reached out and cuddled him. Good sheep, good night. And off he went. The second sheep was fluffy and round, like a cloud. She gave a tiny bounce, then drifted away. The third sheep wore a little bell around her neck. It jingled ever so softly, like a lullaby. The fourth sheep had ears that drooped like silk ribbons. The fifth sheep had a tiny patch of silver on his nose. He twinkled like a star as he drifted away. The sixth sheep carried the smell of fresh grass on her wool. She left the scent of summer meadows in the air. The seventh sheep gave a gentle yawn before hopping. His yawn made me yawn too. The eighth sheep's hooves made the quietest tip-tap as he landed. Then he was gone. The ninth sheep looked like a snowball, all puff and fluff. He rolled himself gently over the fence. The 10th sheep winked one sleepy eye at me before hopping into the night. The 11th sheep had a tiny curl in her wool shaped like a heart. She carried love into my dream. The 12th sheep tiptoed over the fence as if not to wake anyone. The 13th sheep had one ear up, one ear down. They bounced when he leapt. The 14th sheep smelled faintly of lavender, as though she had rolled in the flowers. The 15th sheep hummed a soft tune, a lullaby that only sheep know. The 16th sheep glowed faintly white, like a lantern in the dark. The 17th sheep had a curly tail that wagged as she bounced off. The 18th sheep hopped slowly, carefully, as though she were half asleep already. The 19th sheep gave me a look as if to say, "Rest easy, I'll keep watch." Then he drifted on. The 20th sheep carried a star on his back, and he took it with him into the sky. The 21st sheep had a wool that looked like swirls of whipped cream. The 22nd sheep shook her head gently, little ears flopping. The 23rd sheep gave the tiniest little sneeze before hopping away. Achoo! The 24th sheep looked like he wore white socks on his feet. The 25th sheep paused at the fence and blinked slowly, as if to remind me to close my eyes too. The 26th sheep had a golden curl on her forehead. She shimmered like a fairy's lamp. The 27th sheep leapt high and twirled once in the air. The 28th sheep sighed softly, like wind through tall grass. The 29th sheep had sleepy, half-closed eyes and a little bit of mud on his tail. The 30th sheep whispered, "Shh," as he hopped, making the night even quieter. The 31st sheep smelled like sweet hay, warm and safe. The 32nd sheep's wool looked like little clouds in a summer sky. The 33rd sheep hopped extra gently, as though floating. The 34th sheep had tiny freckles on her nose, like specks of starlight. The 35th sheep wagged his little tail before trotting away. The 36th sheep looked as though she wore a tiny little crown of daisies. The 37th sheep blinked at me, then bowed before leaping. The 38th sheep hopped twice, boing boing, then curtsied before vanishing into the dark. The 39th sheep shivered in her wool, and sparkles of moonlight drifted off of her. The 40th sheep carried a hush with her, like a blanket of peace. The 41st sheep looked like he wore mittens on his feet. Quiet little pats as he landed. The 42nd sheep smiled as if she knew the sweetest secret dreams. The 43rd sheep had soft ears like velvet pillows. The 44th sheep skipped over the fence as if it were a game of hopscotch. The 45th sheep glowed faintly pink, like the last light of a sunset. The 46th sheep gave a tiny so gentle it was almost a sigh. The 47th sheep hopped quickly as though eager to get to dreamland. The 48th sheep paused, closed her eyes, then drifted backwards over the fence. The 49th sheep had a swirl of stardust on her back, and as she went, she left a trail behind her. The 50th sheep was the last. He stopped and looked back at me. His eyes were calm, his wool glowing like the moon. "Sleep now," he seemed to say. And off he went into the night. And so the 50 sheep leapt softly into dreams. The stars grew drowsy. The moon yawned. And I closed my eyes, wrapped in woolly peace. Good night, sweet dreams.